Yeah. All right, guys. As you guys can tell from the video, we messed up. We messed up. All right. So we were trying to install coilovers on my Type R, and the first left front, basically the driver's side coilovers, was going decently okay. It took us like, how long did it take us?
For the driver's side, it took us like 4 to 6 hours.
4 to 6 hours on just one
corner.
On one side, one wheel to put the coils in. We got it in though. We were happy. We were ecstatic.
I was like, oh, this is light work. I'm gonna get this done. So I hop over to the other side and I'm like, brr, brr, ugga dugga. I had everything out in like 15 minutes. One nut, stripped. 2-day process. From 6 hours to almost done in 15 minutes, everything out, ready to put the new coil in, and bam, one strip bolt.
Me and Esau was actually working on the passenger rears as he was doing the right front alone.
And I almost finished the front alone while they were doing that.
While we were doing it. So we were like feeling pretty good about the install at this point. But then as soon as that nut stripped, it was like an Allen key, right?
It was an Allen.
Yeah. So you have to put like an Allen on top.
And then twist it with the wrench.
Twist it with the wrench. Twist the nut with the wrench on the bottom. So you're doing like this motion. But this top one it just stripped on us. So I had to order that part, and I can actually show you guys exactly what that part is. All right, right here. This is the lower front stabilizer or stopper link. Stabilizer link, or whatever you want to call it. So this right here, as you guys can see right here, this side is good. You guys can definitely see like the Allen head goes in here, and there's usually like, is it a 12 millimeter nut or 14? It's probably a 14.
I think it was like a 19.
A 19 millimeter nut?
It was either 19, 17, or 14. One of the three, but sometimes it'll come out when you ugga dugga it out, but it didn't.
Yeah, so you guys can see, and then look at the other side. Look how much more rounded it is. Like, so basically we had to get a torch, put heat on it. As you can see,
it's kind of burned.
It's kind of burnt off. All the rubber piece right here is burnt off. So obviously I was like, you know what? If we're gonna torch it and try to get it off, I'm gonna order a new one, which I did. So I did order a new one. That's why it took like 2 to 3 days. So there was a pause on that. We continued with the coilover install. Come to find out, I think we pulled the CV axle out just a tad bit, and it wasn't lining up. So me and Justin had the coilovers in on the passenger side with that strip nut. We got it actually in, but as soon as we put the coilover in the knuckle, it just wouldn't line up with like the top hat for the front of the car. It would not line up at all.
The rotor wasn't straight.
Rotor wasn't straight at all. It was like, it looked like I had
this boy had like -17 toe.
Yeah, like legit. Like it was like
he had toe out.
Think of my car like this facing you guys, and this is the right side we're working on. The rotor was sticking out like that, while the left side was straight, the wheel. So that didn't look normal. It just wouldn't line up like that. And we were like, man. Come to find out, we pulled the CV axle out. We tried our best to push it in. I actually clunked it in, but I think we were supposed to clunk it in one more time to fully lock it. I didn't do that. I was like, oh, I did it by myself. Let me grab the coilovers and put it in the knuckle and line it up. As soon as I grabbed the coilover and put it in the knuckle, it slid out again. And the rotor was like, I was like, bruh.
And Timmy was alone doing that.
I was alone doing that, so I was kind of happy because usually I would need help. Bro, that knuckle piece, if you don't have the right tools or like a jack, you lifting at least like, how much you lifting?
I don't know. I was hurting my knees.
It was at least like 200 pounds at least.
That was like the whole lower control arm, rotor, caliper.
Yep. Everything.
That thing was heavy.
It was. So trying to push the CV axle in and out of trying to get it locked in we heard a slight hissing sound, and the hissing sound was actually the CV boot ripping. And you could, every time the hissing sound would come on, or we could hear it, you could see small grease like foaming around the CV boot. So Justin would clean it. We would keep trying to force it in. You could keep hearing the hissing sound. I was like, I don't like that. So we stopped. So a couple days later, mind you, it's Friday to next Friday. I haven't had my car for like 7 days.
The longest he hasn't had his car.
Bro, the longest I haven't had my car was probably one
day.
1 day. Like 1 day is fine. But 7, having to ask, Justin, can you pick me up from work? Justin, can you bring me home?
And I'm like,
Reagan, can you bring me to Taco Bell? Reagan,
can
you bring me? Like, bro.
I'm like, nope, I got work.
Bro, I have to ask my coworkers to bring me to work. Like, I feel so bad. I feel like one of those people like, hey, bro, just drop me off. You're on the way there anyway, on the way home. Hey, bro, what time you get off work? Oh, me too. Can you drop me off home? Nah, it's not even out the way. It's right there.
You're annoying.
Bro, this car.
Us.
I mean, low key.
We should have just taken it to a shop.
I mean,
you got something in return, though.
I tried. I knew this install was gonna be one of like the most challenging install that we've ever did. Like downpipe,
intercooler, light work.
Intercooler, yeah, intake, like exhaust. It's kind of simple bolt-ons, which isn't too crazy. But suspension-wise, especially on a Type R, I picked the wrong car to. Like, oh, my first coilover install. Yeah, let me pick the most hardest one, the Type R. Like, bro, what did we learn?
Take it to a shop. Pay someone to do it.
I wanted to install it to just say that I installed it. I got experience doing it. Would I do it again? Hell no. No, I would not. But I wanted to be like, I've done it before. I've done coilover installs before. Would I do it again? No. But I didn't even get a chance to do that. Because now the CV axle is out and I have to bring it to a shop. I actually got to get it towed. There's no CV axle on this car right now. So the car might be down for
another week,
couple days, couple weeks, a month, 2 months, depending on how fast, the shop can get it done. What did we learn here today? What is the valuable lesson?
I could do it again. Give me the SI, we're gonna coils on it right now.
Low key, I think the SI would have probably been way easier to install. Cause I don't even think the SI.
The SI doesn't have dual axis suspension.
Yeah, the suspension. I knew the suspension is way different from the SI to the Type R, but like, man, it's crazy. I can show you clips right now as I'm talking right now of us actually pulling apart the bolts, taking bolts out.
You know what else I pulled apart? My knees and back.
Yo,
Timmy will make me come here after my like 12-hour shift talking about some. Justin, will help me in the car.
Yo. Bro, for the 7 days, I'd get out of work and I would come straight here and try to push that CV axle back in. So that way it's lined up and locked in.
For the 7 days, I came out of school, went to work, got out of work, came here, tried helping Timmy, and then bring him home, get home at like 10, and I'm like, bruh.
Non-stop for us. I was like, you know what? It's time to call it quits. We did what we could.
Pay someone to do it.
Pay someone to do it. I mean, hey, anything suspension-wise, if you're comfortable and you're mechanically inclined, go for it. You probably know what you're doing more than me. I'm still learning. I picked the wrong car to learn on, but it's not gonna stop me from installing. Yeah, from doing it again or installing other parts. It's just a lengthy process.
As the man with the silver clip once said, it is what it is.
It is what it is. You learn from it. You just learn from it. You build it, you break it, you buy it, and then you build it all over again. That's basically what you gotta do. Nothing more.
Broke something, all right.
I mean, this is the first time I actually
broke something big.
Yeah, broke something pretty. I wouldn't even say it's that big.
Besides the downpipe.
The downpipe, I mean,
That's just a stud though.
yeah. I mean, everyone have those problems with the downpipe. The stud's always breaking. But changing those out is probably for a future video. I probably would have to get a new turbo before then.
You mean that's the excuse to get a new turbo?
Low key. That's maintenance mod.
Maintenance.
Ayo.
I need a new turbo.
Ayo.
Is that maintenance too?
It is maintenance too. This is low key. This is actual maintenance. Like, this car cannot drive.
Nah, I'm talking about those. What are those?
So after the coilover install, I was gonna show you guys the new wheel setup, but since it's gonna be down for a while and I won't have it, I'll just show you guys now.
Hey, he on reps?
Hey yo! don't judge my ESRs.
Those JNCs?
Those are Avids. Come on now.
Avids?
Avids. I don't know.
He on odd Hans.
So these are the rears, and we did actually install the rears on, which is so easy. The process on the rears is so much easier than the fronts. Fitment doesn't look bad. These are 18 by 10 plus 41 offset. We're on 265s, 35s, 18 right here. And then you know me with the Continentals, DWS all season. I know it's better to run dedicated summer tires, but eventually, because I also have these two that are the same tires, and these will last like 40 to 50,000 miles depending on how you drive. So I might put a dedicated summer tires on these TEs. So that's it for today's video. Learn from my mistakes. If you're not comfortable doing something, I would say don't be afraid to attempt to doing it. Like I was honestly scared trying to do these coilover installs. This was my first basically big project. I'm trying to attempt something like this, and it didn't work out, but I tried. I gave it my all. Literally 7 days of just straight working on it right after work and just trying to fix it and get this bad boy on the road, and then editing, hopefully trying to edit the coilover install video for you guys, but that's not gonna be able to, you know, happen. I'm gonna take it to a shop, have them fix it and everything, but this is it. This is all I can do for you guys. Honestly, good lesson learned. I'm not mad that any of this happened. I'm honestly just taking the experience and just, you know, hopefully, I know one day this will help me along the road to just grow up, learn more about what I'm doing, be more comfortable being uncomfortable. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more future content. I'll try my best to give future contents, give out more content while this car is down. I don't know on what. Maybe Reagan's Thanksgiving SI, if you can figure a small mod out or something. Justin has pretty big plans for his car, so maybe we'll see more of that. But yeah, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Sheesh. Shaking my head.
생각하기 싫어 take it slow 난 아직 준비 안 됐어 yeah 나 알려줘 It's you 내 머릿속에 너일 뿐 I'll travel to the moon